changes to the tournament schedule due to COVID issues with many teams. The committee is trying to piece it together as best as possible. And this is partly the reason why we are bringing you a girls' game this evening between Wildwood Catholic and MAST Community Charter of Philadelphia. We were originally supposed to do a Wildwood Catholic Winslow Township boys game. The Wildwood Catholic boys are currently on a pause due to COVID. MAST Charter stands for Math Sciences School. It's located in the far northeast section of Philadelphia, and they come down here to the tournament for the last few years. So their nickname is the Panthers. They wear black uniforms trimmed in white with a little bit of blue. While they're coached by Edwin Vasquez Jr. Wildwood Catholic wearing the home whites trimmed in So this should be an interesting game here between these two teams. First games for at the tournament here for each team.
And Brian, not only is it the first game in this tournament, but MAST Charter has only played one game.
And they are 1-0, I believe. Yes.
1-0.
Yes.
They've had so many cancellations because of COVID up in their area.
MAST Charter will actually start 4 seniors and a junior. Brianna Buckley, Emily Bear, and Molly Farrell are seniors that will play forward. Anya Washington and Olivia Bear. Anya Washington, a junior, Olivia Bear, a senior, will play the guard positions for MAST Charter. For Wildwood Catholic, it'll be the only senior, Kimmy Cassiello, in the backcourt, along with sophomore Casey Mikulski. Kylie Murphy will play a swing position. She is a junior, and then 2 sophomores at the other forward positions, Ella McCabe and Ava Vages. 3 officials on the game: Lance Bailey, Steve Selby, and Frank Bazil. And if you've been over here at the Boardwalk Classic, no, these 3 gentlemen are not reffing every game here. It just seems like it. And Lance Bailey's walking around telling everybody how hurt he is, but this is his 12th game today.
Yeah. I caught him after the night that he refereed at Wildwood. And all he did was complain about how fast-paced the game was, and they only had 2 referees. I don't know how he would have held up in the old days.
If you're watching the live stream on Coast Sports today, by the way, we are on 106.3 WJSE this evening due to some other programming on 98.7 The Coast. So it's Ava Vages jumping it up for Wildwood Catholic against Brianna Buckley of MAST Charter. MAST Charter wins the tip, going right to the basket and scoring Anya Washington. And MAST Charter comes out in the 1-3-1 zone to start the game.
And Brian, Anya Washington, she had 24 points in their lone game, a win.
Murphy for 3 off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound, Ava Vages. Her shot is blocked, and the rebound comes down to MAST Charter. Molly Farrell hands off to Olivia Bear. Now it's over to Washington. Wildwood Catholic in man-to-man defense. Olivia Bear left side. Goes to Brianna Buckley. Right side to Washington for 3. That's off the back iron. No good. Rebound. Could not be saved inbounds. And Wildwood Catholic will have possession. We're on the west side here of the convention hall, the West Hall, for this girls' game here. 2-0 MAST Charter. 7:05 to go in the first quarter. The winner of this game will play Woodbury tomorrow, and the loser of this game will play ACIT. There's been a lot of changes to the schedule. Entry pass was taken out of bounds. And to get the latest updated schedules, go to bbclassic.com. They are constantly updating the schedule. Wildwood Catholic to inbound along the end line. Cassiello to pull the trigger, gets it into Ella McCabe. She'll fire a 3 that's short, barely hits the front of the rim. But the floor rebound goes to Cassiello. Up to McCabe on the left side. Now back to Casey Mikulski. Mikulski is Wildwood Catholic's leading scorer through 3 games. She's a really good young talent. Catholic working the ball against this zone. It's a very active zone by MAST Charter. Give them credit here, giving some trouble. Now here's a steal. Pass was tipped by Emily Bear into the hands of Washington. And here's a 3-ball on the way that's no good. Couple of players spill to the floor, but Wildwood Catholic has it, and they are running. Cassiello on the right side. Got it to Vodge's foul line area. Kicks to Murphy for 3. Short. Good box out by Molly Farrell of MAST Charter. Washington to the basket. Couldn't finish. Kylie Murphy, the rebound for Wildwood Catholic. McCabe kicks across. Mikulski, a deep 3. Off the iron, no good. Rebound, McCabe dips in. Layup is good. First points for Wildwood Catholic. We're tied at 2. 5:40 to go first quarter.
That was Wildwood Catholic's third offensive rebound. So they're finally able to cash one back in.
Washington over to Olivia Bear. Stolen away. And now we have a jump ball. Carly Murphy first to the floor, and then a couple of players for MAST Charter. Wildwood Catholic will have it on the alternating possession. Tied at 2. 5:20 to go first quarter. 1-3-1 zone still for MAST Charter. Cassiello along the baseline, trapped. Got it out to Murphy. Murphy swings it to the far side of the court to Mikulski. Along the baseline to Vodges. She kicks it across to Cassiello for 3. Bang. That's a great find by Vodges from the low block to the opposite corner, buddy.
Well, that's one of the things David does very well, Brian. She gets that ball down in that low block, and if she has nothing there for herself offensively, she kicks it out well to an open shooter.
Olivia Bear goes high post to Brianna Buckley. To a cutting Bear, Emily Bear. She had to kick it out. Driving. No good on the shot was Molly Farrell. We have another jump ball possession to the Panthers of MAST Charter.
Jump ball, next ball.
Inbounding is Molly Farrell. Gets it into Washington along the baseline. Guarded by Mikulski. Washington still holding the dribble. Tried to split a double team. Lost it, but the ball went off of a Wildwood Catholic player's leg and out of bounds.
Well, that time Casey Mikulski did a good job, Brian, moving her feet. Anya Washington is really going to try and get to the basket off the dribble.
In the post. And Brianna Buckley, I think, thought someone was going to be at the low block. Someone probably should have been. But our pass goes harmlessly out of bounds, and Wildwood Catholic leading 5-2 has the basketball.
Yes, there was no post presence at that time by any of her teammates.
Mikulski in the corner, steps in, 15-footer, no good. Long rebound to McCabe. Hands off to, that was McCabe on the jumper, excuse me, it was no good. Another offensive rebound, they kick it out to Cassiello. And she knocks down her second 3 of the first quarter. It's 8-2 Wildwood Catholic. Here's Buckley. Hands off to Farrell on the right wing. Farrell goes back to Anya Washington, junior point guard. She only underclassman in the starting lineup for MAST Charter. Here's Farrell. Near turnover, loose ball's picked up by Buckley. She drives, shovels it off. Washington for 3, that's short. Rebound will go off of MAST Charter and out of bounds.
It's 8-2, Wildwood Catholic on top. 3:09 to play here in the first quarter.
Here at the Boardwalk Basketball Classic. First sub into the game, Sanaya Washington.
MAST community is 1 of 5 from the floor so far.
In the corner, McCabe left open for 3. No good off the back iron. Long rebound to Kylie Murphy. She just came into the game as well. Here's Buckley, top of the key. Goes over to Sanaya Washington. loses the handle. Casey Mikulski with the steal. The outlet pass to Casiello to the basket. She is fouled by Anya Washington. And Kimmy Casiello will attempt the first free throws of the game with Wildwood Catholic leading 8-2 with 2:32
That's going to be the
play in the first quarter.
first personal foul. First foul called in this game, and the first foul on Anya Washington, the 5'6" junior guard. And as Brian said, Casiello at the line to shoot two.
On the line, shooting on corner is number 12, Kimmy Casiello.
First free throw is good. Second free throw is in and out. And MAST Charter has it. Anya Washington, a baseline drive. Good move, couldn't finish. Rebound tipped into the hands of Mikulski. She outlets to Casiello. Shovels off to McCabe. McCabe over to Mikulski on the right side. Skip past to Casiello in the corner to Murphy. Casiello again for three. That's short. Rebound Anya Washington. Outlet pass to Sanaya Washington, and she is fouled.
And they're going to whistle that foul on the senior, Kimmy Casiello. It's going to be her first, team's first. Nice little move that time by the 5'7" guard, a freshman, Sanaya Washington.
Sanaya Washington makes the first. She'll get another. That is, with 1:59 to go in the first quarter, that is MAST Charter's first point since about 5 seconds into the game. They won the opening tip and went down and got a layup. She makes both free throws. It's 9-4 Wildwood Catholic. 1:55 to go in the first quarter. Left side Murphy. In the corner to McCabe. In the post to Vages. Had a girl on her back and easily turns and scores.
Yeah, when Wildwood Catholic gets the ball down low on the block like that to Ava Vages, she just really does a great job with her drop step, using the backboard, and she laid it in.
Olivia Bear goes on the wing to Molly Farrell. Comes up high to Kylie Murphy. Down low. And the pass went through the hands of a MAST Charter player. We have a loose ball on the floor. Great job by Ella McCabe to bring it out of the fray. Casiello running the other way. Shut off 1-on-4. Got herself in a bad spot. Threw it away. And then fouled from behind was Anya Washington as she was picking up the loose ball. Goes against Ella McCabe.
And Ella picks up her first personal foul. Second team foul, 1:05 to play.
And it looks like Wildwood Catholic wants to turn up the tempo of this first quarter as they are now showing pressure.
11-4, the Lady Crusaders on top.
Sanaya Washington. They get it over to Kylie Murphy. Now it's Farrell. Farrell to Sanaya Washington on the right wing. She backs away. Goes in the corner. Molly Farrell, an 18-footer. It's no good. Rebound Ava Vages. And Wildwood Catholic will trot it the other way with the ball in the hands of Kimmy Casiello. Takes it left side. Lost the dribble. Goes to Murphy. Murphy bounces to Casiello. 30 seconds to go in the period. Wildwood Catholic by 7. Here's a steal. Anya Washington took it out of the hands of Casiello. It's a 3-on-1. Kick to Washington. Head and shoulders fake. And she is fouled as she drove the baseline. This will go against McCabe, I believe, and that's her second.
Yes, it is, Brian. That is Ella's second.
And Wildwood Catholic is shorthanded, buddy. They have some players that are on some COVID restrictions. They do not have their depth here, so this is a freshman, Reagan Flickinger, coming into the game. Basically, their first three subs in their normal rotation are not here. Reagan Flickinger gets a rebound here of a missed shot and gets fouled, so pay some dividends right away. Anastasia Bowman, a 5'11 freshman coming into the game, will replace McCabe.
Brianna Buckley, she missed that shot, then she committed that foul on McCabe, and that's her first, team's second. 12 seconds to go, first quarter. Under 10.
Casiello with the ball. I don't know if Wildwood Catholic realizes how much time's left in the quarter. Flickinger holding the ball in the right wing. They don't even get a look at the basket, let alone a shot, but they do lead 11-4 after one quarter. We'll be back after this 30-second break on 98.7 The Coast. All right, this is saying try plugging the transmitter that is on your end into the long cable. I don't know what that means. The audio's all messed up again on the live stream. I don't know what he means. Back at the Wildwoods Convention Center, Brian Cunniff, Buddy Tarbotton. We are live on 106.3 The Shore, excuse me. Charter of Philadelphia here in...
Yes, actually, we got bumped for Congressman Jeff Van Drew, who is on Victor Fajan's show tonight, and Victor was able to get the congressman for an interview. So that is on 98.7 The Coast. I guess I can handle being bumped by a congressman, Brian.
Inbounding is Reagan Flickinger of Wildwood Catholic. They'll have the ball to start the second quarter. They lead by 7. Casiello over to Flickinger. In the corner to Bowman. She drives, hands off the Vajas, had her shot blocked, had her second shot blocked. Anya Washington with the ball, running the other way, try to behind the back, wild pass that ends up out of bounds, and Wildwood Catholic will have it.
And that will be the third turnover against the Lady Panthers.
Casiello left side to Mikulski. Now it's Casiello again between the circles. Goes to Flickinger on the right side. Great entry past the Vajas. Had her shot blocked again by Molly Farrell. I think Vajas has had 4 shots blocked in this first quarter. Here's a steal by Casiello. She's running the other way. Goes to the basket. Had her shot blocked, but Mikulski is there all alone to clean it up and lay it in as 2 MAST Charter players went flying by. 13-4 Wildwood Catholic. Casey Mikulski's first basket. Here's a 3 on the way. That is good by Kylie Murphy.
Kylie Murphy, a 5'6" sophomore, buries that 3 ball.
Kind of an unorthodox spin on that ball, buddy, but she had a great follow-through. That shot hit nothing but net. Reagan Flickinger lobs a pass to the top of the key to Casiello. High post to Flickinger over to Mikulski, a deep 3, bang. And that was from the college line. They have the college line painted here at the Boardwalk Classic. Mikulski was a half a step behind that.
Yeah, she just needed that one bucket. Now she's starting to get it together. And that is going to be a traveling violation against Brianna Buckley. Be the 4th turnover here in the first half against MAST Community. 6:07 to go here in the second quarter. It's Wildwood Catholic 16, MAST Community Charter 7.
Bowman in the corner, goes to Flickinger, high post to Mikulski, swings it over to Murphy. Murphy cross court to Flickinger. Now it's Casiello at the top of the key. Left side Mikulski fakes, goes baseline, high post pass, kick back out to Casiello. That's no good. Rebound Murphy, no good. Rebound battled for. This will go off of Wildwood Catholic and out of bounds.
And again, Brian, Wildwood Catholic doing a real good job on the offensive glass.
Riley Fitzsimmons into the game for MAST Charter.
They have 7 offensive rebounds already.
Kylie Murphy, her pass stolen away by Bowman. Good look to Mikulski. Bounce pass to Cassiello. Euro step layup is good.
Number 12, Timmy Cassiello.
Cassiello with 9 to lead all scorers. Wildwood Catholic leads by 11. Here's another steal. Flickinger had it blocked. Mikulski, the offensive rebound. She is fouled. She'll get 2.
Foul on number 10, Sanaya Washington. Her first.
Foul goes on Sanaya Washington. And we have a 30-second timeout being called by MAST Charter, with Wildwood Catholic leading 18-7 with 5:14 to go in the second quarter. Let's talk.
And right now, here we go with the first in this first half. And again, Wildwood Catholic, they're up 18-7 and are doing a a fantastic job in defensively, as they're really giving the Lady Panthers fits, not allowing them to run their offense or get to where they want to go. And Anya Washington, the 5'6" junior, she scored 24 in their opener. Sanaya Washington, the 5'7" freshman, she had 12. Brianna Buckley had 10. So they have a balanced scoring attack. And Casey Mikulski at the line after the timeout. She buries her first free throw.
Second one's also good. Mikulski with 7, Wildwood Catholic by 13. Catholic got a good trap set right inside the division line. MAST Charter was able to get out of it. And now here's a tip and another near steal, but Sanaya Washington comes away with it for MAST Charter. Passes into the post, and we have a foul from behind. Good look. Riley Fitzsimmons will go to the line for 2 shots.
And that time, Wildwood Catholic had to break down defensively in the back of their defense.
Yeah,
As they doubled out front, nobody slid over.
Buddy, they're kind of comfortably in control of this game right now at 20-7. But the one thing that could really be a factor here, they only have 8 players in uniform, and if foul trouble becomes an issue, they could be in trouble in the second half.
Riley Fitzsimmons is at the line. She's a 5'10" freshman.
Made the first, banked in the second. That counts as well.
Yes, it was a Crest Savings Bank shot.
And it's 20-9 Wildwood Catholic. Flickinger, her pass was kicked. So that's a violation.
Tell you what, Brian, they're getting some good minutes from Reagan Flickinger, a freshman.
Here's Mikulski driving, left elbow jumper off the iron, no good. Good job by Bowman to tip that offensive rebound into the hands of Mikulski. Wildwood Catholic gets an extra possession out of it. Bad play there by Mikulski, but Cassiello is able to come up with the loose ball. Flickinger for 3, that's no good. Another great tip of a rebound by Bowman, but we have a traveling violation on Kylie Murphy.
And that is just the 3rd turnover against Wildwood Catholic. 4:22 to play here in the first half. It's the Lady Crusaders 20, the Lady Panthers 9.
MAST Charter with the basketball here. We have a traveling violation called against Kylie Fitzsimmons.
And that will be the 7th turnover against MAST Community Charter.
Inside 4 minutes to go. Here's a steal. Sanaya Washington. Great outlet to her sister, but Anya could not handle it. That outlet was thrown in a really good spot. And if Anya just basically caught the ball off the bounce, she would have been able to lay it in. But ball went off of her fingertips and across the end line.
Yeah, and she knows, and she was a little frustrated that she did not corral that.
Mikulski with it. They play catch against this 1-3-1. High post to Vages, in the post to Murphy. Murphy kicks out to Cassiello. Cassiello over to Mikulski on the right side. Into the corner to McCabe. to a cutting Vodges, up and under, goes to the basket, layup is good. Excellent move by Ava Vodges, 22-9.
Yep.
Wildwood Catholic on top now.
Ava did a good job using her body and powered up to the basket and said, block this.
Here's a pass that's nearly stolen away. We have a loose ball on the floor, picked up by Mikulski now, as she goes the other way for Wildwood Catholic, stripped out of bounds. It's going to go off of Wildwood Catholic. It's good defense down there by Sanaya Washington. And Brianna Buckley checking back in for
And that's going to be
MAST Charter.
the 5th turnover against Wildwood Catholic.
Here's Anya Washington. That's a great look to Emily Bear. Layup is in and out, no good. Rebound off of Wildwood Catholic and out of bounds. That was a tremendous find in the open court by Washington.
That was like a no-look pass off the dribble.
Right. She'll trigger the inbound. Or check that. Sanaya Washington, her sister, will trigger the inbound. Now we have a timeout called by MAST Charter as they had trouble getting it in. They trail Wildwood Catholic 22-9, 2:50 to go, second quarter. Back after this 30-second break on 106.3 The Shore. Back on 106.3 The Shore. Brian Cunniff with Buddy Tarbotton. 2:50 to go, second quarter. It's 22-9. Wildwood Catholic leading MAST Community Charter. This is a shorthanded Wildwood Catholic team. Some kids out due to some COVID exposure. They only have 8 players here in uniform. And they're missing quite a few of their key subs. So some of these younger players, Buddy, Reagan Flickinger and Anastasia Bowman, playing an increased role here.
And they're playing well.
Yes.
Flickinger is giving Coach Steve DePatry some very good minutes off the bench.
Farrell into the post, pass tip stolen away, and then knocked out of bounds by MAST Charter. And Wildwood Catholic will inbound.
2:43 to play here in the first half. This is the Big Al Memorial Championship bracket.
Yeah, it's the bracket, not the championship.
Yeah, championship bracket.
Stay tuned for programming information on future games going forward. There's been so many changes with the schedule here. And we'll tweet it out. We'll put it on the website as the weather. We'll have a game for you on broadcast tomorrow. Casiello missed a long jumper. MAST Charter going the other way. There's a long three missed by Anya Washington. Long rebound comes out to MAST Charter. Driving is Buckley into the paint. That's a good move.
Wow.
And laid it up and in.
Yes, it was. 5'10" senior.
And Steve DePatry didn't like that. She dribbled through the entire defense and got to the front of the rim. He's going to call a timeout.
Right down the middle.
And this is a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. 22-11. Wildwood Catholic on top. With 2:01 to go before halftime. The winner of this game will play Woodbury tomorrow at 4:45. And the loser of this game will play at 1:45 tomorrow against ACIT. And again, there's been numerous changes here to this schedule, and the committee is doing its best to try to replace teams that have to drop because of COVID. MAST Charter showing some pressure here, and they nearly cause a turnover, and they do. Picking up the loose ball is Buckley. Buckley had it stripped from behind, though, by Casiello. McCabe's outlet to Mikulski. Crossover dribble, drives to the basket. Not really a good shot, 1-on-2, and she misses it. And now here comes Anya Washington. Powers the right-handed dribble right to the basket. No good, but a foul, and that's on McCabe, buddy, and that's her third.
That was actually Sanaya Washington.
Yes, excuse
Number
me.
10. Wow, and she is a freshman, Brian, and you can see, you know, the sister-like talent between the two of them. That was a beautiful drive to the basket, and as you said, McCabe picks up her third, team's fifth.
Free throw is good. Interesting. Another 30-second timeout being taken by MAST Community Charter here. They just took one. Less than a minute of game time ago. I think that's their third timeout they've taken this half. And Wildwood Catholic bringing 3 subs into the game, as all available subs will check in. Anastasia Bowman, Reagan Flickinger, and freshman Grace Murphy getting a run with the varsity in the rotation here.
Well, and obviously Coach Edwin Vasquez sees a need to call these timeouts to keep his girls in the game. He definitely does not have the John Bruno handbook of timeouts.
Yes, keeping all 5 till the last 2 minutes of the game. And this was supposed to be a 30-second timeout, but the officials, knowing that we are on the broadcast, turned it into a media timeout. Here is Sanaya Washington in the line for the second of 2 free throws with MAST Charter trailing 22-12 to Wildwood Catholic. Free throw is good. MAST Charter is 6 for 6 from the line, and their free throw shooting is keeping them in this game somewhat.
And it's the 2 freshmen are
Yep.
6 for 6.
Flickinger goes to Grace Murphy. Cross-court pass to Mikulski. Jumper is good.
That was a
Grace
good
Murphy
look.
comes in and gets an assist off her first touch.
That was a very good look by Grace. She's another freshman.
Brianna Buckley passes off. Shot is up by Emily Bear. It's no good. Rebound to Anastasia Bowman. Here's Wildwood Catholic on the run. Flickinger back to Mikulski for 3. That's well short. Floorboard comes down to Buckley. She's running and it throws it away. Was looking for Emily Bear. Really threw her a bounce pass in a bad spot, and she couldn't handle it.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, that was a good opportunity for MAST Community Charter to further try and cut into the lead, Brian. But as you said, Emily Bear, she just threw that away. 24-15, 45 seconds to play, first half.
Flickinger, her pass stolen away. And Sanaya Washington goes to Anya Washington for the layup. And it's now a 7-point game. Here's Bowman, goes to Kylie Murphy. She's trapped in the backcourt, got it to Casiello. Steps to the ball nicely, drives, shot blocked, got her own rebound along the baseline. Goes to Grace Murphy, and now it's up top to Shore.
silver box, not the black box.
Oh, the silver box. Listen to see if we're coming back.
This is all the cord that I have.
I don't know how far this is going to stretch.
It has to be with these. You know what I mean? Because your mic is plugged in here and the output's in there.
We just leave it where it is and go with it.
It's been so in and out, I don't understand. And then the OBS just cracked from it. It's going very smooth. I'll be able to plug in tomorrow.
All right. We are back at the Wildwoods Convention Center. Brian Cunniff, Buddy Tarbotton, Chris Knoll on the live video stream here on 106.3 The Shore and Coast, SportsToday.com. And at the half of this girls' game here at the Boardwalk Basketball Classic, 24-15, Wildwood Catholic leading MAST Charter. Wildwood Catholic was up 20-7 with the ball midway through that quarter, and then MAST Charter with a modest 8-4 spurt to cut the lead to 9, actually, as at the half here. So you're scoring first for MAST Charter, Anya Washington and Sanaya Washington, each with 4 points. 3 points for Kylie Murphy and 2 points apiece for Brianna Buckley and Riley Fitzsimmons. For Wildwood Catholic, Kimmy Cassiello and Casey Mikulski, each with 9. Mikulski got all 9 of hers in the second quarter. Ava Vages has 4. Ella McCabe has 2, but Ella is in foul trouble with 3 fouls. And Wildwood Catholic, Buddy, only has those 8 players in uniform tonight, so they can't afford to have a lot of players in foul trouble. But they do have this 9-point lead here at the half.
And Brian, you know, when you look down at the stat sheet and you see the Crusaders up by, as you just said, 9 points, Wildwood Catholic shot 10 for 34 in that first half. 7 for 21 inside the arc, 3 of 13 from beyond. They dominated the boards. They had 19 rebounds, 6 defensive, 13 offensive. And then they were 3 of 4 from the foul line. They turned it over 7 times, 5 times in that second quarter. The Lady Panthers, they shot 4 for 14. They only got off 14 shots. 3 of 10 from inside the arc, 1 of 4 from beyond. They had 8 rebounds, all defensive. They were 6 for 6 from the foul line, which is really shows you how important free throws are when you make them. And they turned it over 11 times, 8 times in that second quarter. And they were on the verge, really, of getting blown out. Then they dug in, and they fought back and were able to cut this double-digit lead inside double digits.
And they gave Wildwood Catholic some trouble with the press that they put in. Caused a couple of turnovers, and that led to one easy layup, and it led to another opportunity where they got fouled and made both free throws. So a good job by the coaching staff of MAST Charter to make a little adjustment, speed the game up a little bit, and they cut a 13-point deficit to 9 as we're here at the half. So,
and, you know, as you talked about, you know, Wildwood Catholic, they're limited to how deep their bench goes, and MAST Community Charter, they were able to play a nice rotation of 8 or 9 girls. And, you know, they got a lot of quickness, too. The 2 sisters are extremely, between Anya Washington and Sanaya Washington, the junior and the freshman. So, hey, the first couple minutes of this third quarter are going to be very important for Wildwood Catholic to reestablish that momentum and stay in control of this basketball game.
We'll take a 1-minute timeout, come back with the second half. Wildwood Catholic leads MAST Charter 24-15 girls game here at the Boardwalk Basketball Classic on 106.3 The Shore.
This season, on where should we begin? The freedom isn't to review and pursue others. It's to hold your head.
There's a lot of questions that come with it. And you need to watch the tape while we go and the other guys.
Where should we begin is out now. Follow and listen to full and study.
Back at the Convention Center, Brian Cunniff, Buddy Tarbotton. 24-15, Wildwood Catholic on top as we get set to start this second half. They'll be on defense to start. And I'm a little surprised, Buddy, that they're running Ella McCabe out here with those 3 fouls to start the second half. Especially, I thought Anastasia Bowman gave them good minutes in the post in the first half. But they're gonna roll the dice here and have her start the third quarter with those 3 fouls.
Yeah, and that's a good point, Brian, because they did get quality minutes out of the freshman Bowman, and and actually too, they got good minutes from Flickinger, very good minutes, and then Grace Murphy came in and gave them something off the bench. So it's going to be important to see. They cannot afford for Ella to pick up that 4th foul early in this third quarter.
And now we have something going on at the scorer's table. And so we have a delay here to start this second half.
And it'll be interesting to see.
I know. I have it 24-15. They briefly put 17 on
That
the scoreboard.
all the books except for
15. Yeah. So there was a scoring question. And I understand where it came from because toward the end of the half, at one point, very briefly, they had put 17 points up on the board for MAST Charter, but we have them with 15. I believe the official book has them with 15 as well. But there's still a question here.
And the coach of MAST Community Charter, he is going to see.
It seems like their own book has something different, and it looks like they're going to try to match this up and see if they can pick up a discrepancy here.
Well, when I look,
normally at a high school basketball game, the home team scorer is the official book, but here at the tournament, they have their own volunteer staff that do it. So Joe Lloyd is actually on the book over there.
And Brian, when I look at the stat sheet, as I said, MAST Bomb, they shot 4 for 14. They made 3 2-pointers, 1 3-pointer. That's 9 points, and they were 6 for 6 from the foul line. So that gives you your 15-point total.
We're pretty good at adding it up as long as it's below 20.
Exactly.
Gets above 20, we have some problems here.
Yeah.
So they finally do get it rectified. It is correct, 24-15. And here's MAST Charter with the basketball. Molly Farrell on the left wing goes high post to Brianna Buckley. Great backdoor cut by Emily Burr, but she couldn't handle the ball. Turns it over. Now the ball goes out of bounds off of MAST Charter. And they show some pressure. Kylie Murphy goes to Ella McCabe. They get it up quickly to Mikulski on the left side. Cross court to Murphy on the right wing. Comes up high to Mikulski. drives. Shot blocked into the hands of Ava Vages, though, and she lays it up and in. She gets an offensive rebound and a putback, and she's got 6 points. Yeah, and she's important here, buddy. Without these, with them being shorthanded tonight, they need that third kid to, they're going to get some scoring from Mikulski and Casiello, and now, Vages has 6 now. And that's kind of what they need. They need that third scorer. And she doesn't need to get a ton for him, but if she can finish with 8 or 10,
well, yeah,
it'd be a big help for Wildwood Catholic.
Absolutely. And Ava's quite capable of scoring at least 10 points.
Anya Washington goes right side to Brianna Buckley. Deep three. Vages may have gotten a hand on that. Rebound comes down to McCabe after it's tipped a few times. Here comes Casiello running. Crossover dribble. Kicks out to Mikulski. Mikulski on the left, on the right wing. Goes to Casiello up high to McCabe. She'll reset the offense. 26-15 Wildwood Catholic. Early stages, third quarter here at the Boardwalk Basketball Classic. Casiello holding. It's right side to Mikulski. Mikulski dribbled it off her foot, and it's stolen away and goes off of, they're going to say, originally they said the ball was going to Wildwood Catholic, and then the call was correctly changed.
That's right.
To MAST Charter.
Upon further review, going up to New York for the tape.
Right. Up as basketball, so this goes to Secaucus, right?
That was. Well, I was just. I'm stuck on the Devontae Smith touchdown.
Here's Anya Washington, left side, drives to the basket, scooping layup is good. Wild shot, but it goes. First basket of the second half for MAST Charter. They trail by 9. Pass nearly stolen. It is stolen by Sanaya Washington. She drives baseline, and she is fouled, and this might be against McCabe, and that's her 4th. Oh, no, they change it. Not changed it, but they give the foul to Casiello instead.
Yes, that's going to be the second personal foul on Kimmy Casiello. First team foul here in the second half against Wildwood Catholic.
Sanaya Washington to the line. She makes the first. She has 5 points, all from the line. McCabe will go out of the game, and Anastasia Bowman comes in.
Yeah, that was a, wow, she almost should have had that 4th foul.
Second free throw is also good. Sanaya Washington is 6 for 6 from the line for MAST Charter.
She barely hits the rim.
Yes, and they trail by just 7.
What a nice form, bro.
They're hanging around in this game against the shorthanded Wildwood Catholic team. Bowman in the backcourt. Her pass is tipped and stolen. Running the other way is MAST Charter. Laying it in is Brianna Buckley. And now MAST Charter's only down 5, and now they have a ball tipped out of bounds, does Wildwood Catholic. They'll inbound. I think Wildwood Catholic needs to make an adjustment, buddy. They are using their forwards to handle the ball in the backcourt against this press, and they have their guards up at half court. And I understand having a bigger player to see over the pressure, but I think at some point you got to put a guard back there to handle it. Here is a jump ball forced by Sanaya Washington. Wildwood Catholic will have the ball.
And Wildwood Catholic fortunate right there. And you're right, I think Wildwood Catholic needs a timeout, to settle the kids down and let Coach DePatry show them, what he wants them to do, how to handle this pressure.
Kylie Murphy with it, top of the key, goes right side to Casey Mikulski. Back to Murphy on the right wing. Mikulski again, crossover dribble, moves it back to the top of the key. Swings it left side to Casiello. Looking in the post, got it to Bowman. Bowman kicks out to Murphy. I would have liked to have seen Bowman make a move there, buddy. She had a girl on her back. Here's Murphy, right side. Had the ball nearly stolen out of her hands by Sanaya Washington, but Washington couldn't keep it inbounds.
And, Washington did a good job there with
hedging out.
Yeah, the defensive pressure. Because Ava Vages had her girl on her back on that right block.
And we have a foul here on Anya Washington.
And that's going to be the second personal foul on Anya. First team foul here in the second half against the Lady Panthers.
Wildwood Catholic gets it in the Vages, back to Mikulski. Mikulski working against Sanaya Washington. Goes right side to Anastasia Bowman. Goes up to Murphy. Murphy, pass tipped, and then tipped again by Mikulski and goes out of bounds. You know, buddy, this whole possession here, I thought there were 2 or 3 times that Wildwood Catholic could have entered the ball into Ava Vages, who had a girl on her back and did not do so.
No, she's doing a great job down low. They have to see her.
Anya Washington stripped, but is able to flick it out to Molly Farrell. She is fouled as she's driving to the basket. Ella McCabe will come back in with those 3 fouls.
And
4 fouls, excuse 3 fouls. 3 fouls.
And
Replaces Bowman.
That foul's on Anastasia Bowman, her first, team second.
Buckley travels after catching the inbound. And Wildwood Catholic will inbound, leading by 5, 4:31 to go in the third quarter.
And Brian, Wildwood Catholic's turned it over 3 times. They've only gotten off 2 shots here in this third quarter due to those 3 turnovers caused by MAST Community's defense.
Casiello up to Vages, had a tip, but they say it goes off of her hands and out of bounds. And here comes MAST Community Charter. They were down 13 at one point in the third quarter. They're now down 5 with the ball midway through the third. Driving is Washington. Kicks, little jumper on the way is no good by Emily Bear. Murphy, a rebound for Wildwood Catholic. Here's Casiello across the division line. Goes to Kylie Murphy. Extra pass. Mikulski for 3. Short. Oh, got the bounce. Went up over the rim, hit the backboard, and then went in. She's the first player in the game in double figures with 12. And Wildwood Catholic's back up 8. Here's a pass tipped. And Casiello cannot keep it in bounds. And MAST Charter will have it right around the division line, trailing by 8 with 3:44 to go in the third quarter.
Did they scored, they called that a 2 or a 3?
It's a 3, buddy.
Right. So she's got 14, Brian.
Here's Wildwood Catholic with the basketball, or MAST Charter with the basketball. They get it into the post. Little jump hook is missed by Buckley. And here is Casiello in the backcourt. Got it up to Vages, right at the division line. Back to Casiello, kicks in the corner. McCabe for 3, bang.
Boy,
So back-to-back threes for Wildwood Catholic, and they have now extended their lead to 11 after MAST Charter had cut it to 5.
you knew that was good when it left Ella's hands. Great follow-through. She had her feet set.
Anya Washington, a long 3, no good. Kylie Murphy, the rebound.
And Wildwood Catholic just continues to dominate on the boards.
Casiello to the basket, left-handed scooping layup, no good. Rebound, Sanaya Washington. Outlets it to Buckley. Buckley tracks it down along the baseline, kicks it out. Gets a return pass, fakes a 3, drives. Little jumper along the baseline is short. Mikulski, the long rebound. She's pushing for Wildwood Catholic. Doesn't have numbers, so she holds up and waits for her teammates to come. Still pounding the dribble between the circles. Goes right side to McCabe. McCabe does lob it into Vages. Shot her shot blocked. And Farrell comes down with the rebound for MAST Charter. Outlet pass. And now they kick it in the corner. Anya Washington drives, and we have a blocking foul on Ava Vages.
That's going to be the first personal foul on Ava. Team's third. And Anya Washington, she drew that foul. Yeah, she paid the price too.
Olivia Bear into the game will replace Anya Washington.
I think she felt like she ran into a brick wall.
Long 3 is good by Sanaya Washington.
Number 10, Sanaya Washington.
32-24, 1:55 to play. Third quarter. The Lady Panthers hanging around.
8-point lead for the Crusaders. They have the basketball. Casey Mikulski, top of the key. Spins away from some pressure. Goes to Ava Vages on the left side. Vages drives. Shoots. No good off the back rim. Rebound brought down by Olivia Bear of MAST Charter. Her pass goes out of bounds. Really hounded under duress by Kimmy Casiello. Good defense. 8-point lead for Wildwood Catholic. They have the ball, 1:28 to go, third quarter. Casiello hands off to Mikulski. Pass tipped, and we're going to have a foul on Mikulski as she then held Sanaya Washington after the ball was tipped.
Team sport.
And that's going to be the second personal foul on Casey Mikulski. Fourth team foul against Wildwood Catholic. And again, MAST Community Charter, Brian, with the basketball. 1:16 to play in the third quarter. They trail by 8. So this is a big offensive possession for the Lady Panthers.
Riley Fitzsimmons checks in for MAST Charter. In the corner. Long three. That might have been partially blocked. Offensive rebound by Riley Fitzsimmons, but she lost her footing and traveled. And Wildwood Catholic will have it. And we have a timeout being called. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here with Wildwood Catholic leading 32-24. Exactly 1 minute to go in the third quarter. And those 2 threes by Wildwood Catholic on consecutive possessions by Casey Mikulski and Ella McCabe have kind of created some separation here after MAST Charter cut the lead to 5. But it's now at 8 with Wildwood Catholic with the ball with a minute to go in the quarter. And anytime you want to drop something in, bud. It's not the best color man in the business for nothing.
That's right. Hey, you know when to talk and when not to talk. I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with the scoreboard. What the operator's doing over there.
Yes, he does know when everyone's board walking. We know that. Wildwood Catholic to inbound. A minute to go in the quarter. They lead by 8. Mikulski back to Murphy. McCabe, pass tipped. Stolen away by MAST Charter. And that was Sanaya Washington on the tip. Right side to Emily Bear. Back to Sanaya Washington. But she's 33 feet from the basket. Actually took a look, bud.
Yeah, she did.
In the post. Good nifty little pass inside. Offensive rebound after the missed shot by Brianna Buckley is brought down by Olivia Bear. And she is fouled. She'll go to the line.
Her third, team's fifth.
That foul goes on Casey Mikulski. That's her third.
So now Wildwood Catholic, 34 seconds to go.
That free throw is no good. That's the first miss for MAST Charter. They had been 8 for 8 from the line in the game. Second free throw is also no good. Rebound McCabe. McCabe outlets to Mikulski. Mikulski goes around a player and then gets bumped and fouled.
And they're going to call that on Brianna Buckley.
Inbound right in front of our broadcast location here at half court.
And
on the in the West Hall here at the Convention Center.
That's 3 times that MAST Community Charter had an opportunity to cut this lead further into this lead down 8.
Murphy to the basket. Great move. Kylie Murphy. Her first field goal. Kisses the left-handed layup off the glass and good. It's a 10-point lead for Wildwood Catholic. 8 seconds to go in the quarter. Jumper's no good. Rebound comes to MAST Charter. Turnaround jumper is no good. And Ella McCabe secures the rebound at the buzzer of the third quarter. Wildwood Catholic 34, MAST Community Charter 24. Back with the fourth quarter after this 30-second break at the Boardwalk Classic on 106.3 The Shore. I have Mikulski with 12.
I got her with 3 twos, 2 threes, and 2 free throws.
2 twos, 2 threes, 2 free throws. I'll have to see if my scores add up.
Everyone the best of luck. Remington and Vernick Engineers, 4907 New Jersey Avenue, Wildwood.
Back on 106.3 The Shore, Brian Cunniff with Buddy Tarbotton. Wildwood Catholic leading MAST Community Charter 34-24 in this girls' game at the Boardwalk Basketball Classic as we head to the fourth quarter. And MAST Charter actually outscored Wildwood Catholic 9-8 in that period. Check that. Wildwood Catholic outscored them 10-9 to lead now by 10 at the close of the third quarter.
And again, in that quarter, Brian, MAST Charter was able to turn the Crusaders over 5 times and take advantage to get some easy buckets, but they were down 32-24, had 3 straight possessions that they had an opportunity to get that lead further down and were unable to score. And what happens, Wildwood Catholic does get a bucket. Now they're up 10 as we start the fourth quarter.
A near steal by Mikulski right off the inbound, but Brianna Buckley retrieves for MAST Community Charter. Emily Bear goes left side to Anya Washington, now to Sanaya Washington. Cross court to Farrell. Farrell drives to the basket, blocked by Casiello. Rebound to Vages. McCabe running. Over to Mikulski. A deep 3 from the right side. Bang! Nothing but the bottom of the net. She's got 15, and it's 37-24 Wildwood Catholic now. They've matched their largest lead at 13.
That was Casey's third 3. She's 3 for 5 from beyond the arc.
Losing the ball out of bounds while driving to the basket is Brianna Buckley. Wildwood Catholic will have it. McCabe holds, goes to Casiello, and she is tied up. And on alternating possession, it'll stay with Wildwood Catholic.
37-24, 7:13 to play in this basketball game. Wildwood Catholic on top. The winner of this game advances to the Big Al championship game.
Great entry pass from Murphy. Down the Vages. Layup is good.
Number 55, Ava Vages.
Vages with 8. She's got 4 field goals. Anya Washington, a deep 3. Follows her shot nicely. And ball goes out of bounds off of Wildwood Catholic. Anastasia Bowman will come in, replace Ella McCabe. I mean, doing this a lot tonight because of McCabe's foul trouble. 39-24, Wildwood Catholic has its largest lead. Anya Washington just got away with a walk. Floater in the lane's no good. Rebound brought down by Emily Bear of MAST Charter. Sanaya Washington in the post. Tough shot, no good. Good defense by Ava Vages. Great rebound by Anastasia Bowman in traffic. Here's Kylie Murphy running. Oh, and unfortunately dribbles the ball off her foot and out of bounds. And MAST Community Charter will have it.
And that's going to be the 12th turnover against Wildwood Catholic.
(39-24), Wildwood Catholic on top. Anya Washington goes cross court. Molly Farrell down low. That's a nice play, but the layup was missed by Emily Bear. And Wildwood Catholic has it. Murphy across the division line. Goes to Mikulski, to Casiello, got away with a walk, got into the paint, kicks it out. Bowman, a short jumper, no good. Vages the offensive rebound but couldn't finish. And the rebound brought down by Brianna Buckley of MAST Charter. Crossover dribble at the division line. Try to pass, stolen away by Bowman, and she is fouled. It's just the third team foul against MAST Charter. That's Buckley's third as well. McCabe comes back into the game. 5:47 to go. Wildwood Catholic by 15.
And right now, Wildwood Catholic just has to play smart with the basketball. Not try anything too fancy. Like
McCabe lobs it ahead, and that was too fancy. Stolen by Buckley. Here comes Olivia Bear. Hands off to Buckley. Buckley, top of the key. Wildwood Catholic's playing 2-3 zone. Try to save themselves from some foul trouble here. And force MAST Charter
and Brian
shoot the ball from the perimeter.
Yes, MAST Charter's only made 2 threes in tonight's game.
Right elbow jumper is an air ball by Buckley, but the offensive rebound brought down by Olivia Bear. Buckley on the right side, drive, shut off, doubled, stolen away by Cassiello, which does a nice job of throwing the ball off of Farrell and out of bounds, and Wildwood Catholic will have it.
That was good heads-up play by the senior, Kimmy Cassiello.
She hands it off to McCabe, back to Cassiello, to McCabe again. Got it up the floor to Vages in the corner. She holds, throws it out high to McCabe. Does the smart thing and pulls it out. Wildwood Catholic will run some offense here. Vages looking in the post, dribbles to the right, drives the baseline, lost it out of bounds. And
the defense there from MAST Community Charter, they just did a good job in help side, cutting off the area to force,
go ahead, buddy, I'm sorry.
To force Vages to step out of bounds.
Yeah, we've had some changes here at the tournament. Wildwood Catholic's boys, Lower Cape May's boys were out. Check the website. We're hearing Lower Cape May be back in, buddy, playing later in the week. Here's Sanaya Washington for 3. That's off the iron, no good. Rebound, Ava Vages. And Steve DePatri screams for a timeout before Vages is tied up. And Wildwood Catholic will retain possession following this 30-second timeout by Wildwood Catholic. So again, there's been a lot of changes to this tournament here. Go to the website, bbclassic.com, for the most updated information.
And we will have Wildwood Catholic, if they win this, we will have this game tomorrow at 4:45.
And they will play Woodbury.
Yes, back on our sister station, 98.7, with Wildwood Catholic playing for the Big Al Championship if they hold on to this 15-point lead with 4:13 left to play in this basketball game.
Buddy Tarbotton, always on top of the programming changes. McCabe to inbound. Nearly had her pass stolen. Actually, it was the return pass after she threw it in to Cassiello. Buddy's got his iPad, his cell phone, and any other device she can, staying up to date. He's got it all working right here. Mikulski on the right side into the paint. Shot up was no good. Cassiello the rebound. Oh, they don't guard her, so she shoots it long too, and it's good. That's Cassiello's first points of the second half. She's now in double figures with 11. And a near steal by Cassiello, but the loose ball is picked up by MAST Charter. Here's Sanaya Washington, dips in. There's a 3-ball on the way that's short by Olivia Bear. Anastasia Bowman, the rebound for Wildwood Catholic. Here's Cassiello, got it up the floor to McCabe. Cross court to Mikulski, layup no good. Got her own rebound in traffic, pulls it away, shot up no good. And Olivia Bear comes down with the rebound for MAST Charter. Driving into the paint, handing it off was MAST Charter. Shot up by Emily Bear was no good. Ava Vages the rebound. Now it's Mikulski. She trots it up the right side. Good pass, center of the floor. Good extra pass by Cassiello. Bowman misses the shot. Mikulski is over the back.
Casey Mikulski. Her
And that's our fourth foul. And she was over the back of Brianna Buckley. 41-24, Wildwood Catholic leads. Mikulski goes out with those 4 fouls. Reagan Flickinger, who played about 5 minutes in the first half, gets her first action of the second. 3 ball on the way is short, an air ball by Kylie Murphy. And Wildwood Catholic will have it. 2:49 to go, fourth quarter. Crusaders by 17. You got to give MAST Charter credit, buddy. You know, talent-wise, they're a little short here, but they made this game a little hectic. As Ella McCabe gets fouled, she'll go to the line for 2 shots.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and the Washington sisters have been a handful. Caused a lot of turnovers defensively.
Well, I'll tell you what, if I'm a fan of the MAST Community Charter School, I'm going to have a lot of fun watching these 2 sisters play for the next year and a half.
Right.
On the line is number 0.
McCabe makes the first. She's got 6.
Their quickness, their court sense, and the way they can get to the rim.
Second one by McCabe is also good. Jade Birchmore, a junior guard, checks in for the first time for MAST Community Charter. It's a tip pass that goes out of bounds. And Wildwood Catholic has opened this up. You know, buddy, they at one point led 26-21. So they are on a 17-3 run here.
Well, and again, Brian, they do it with defense. They shut down the top scorer for the Lady Panthers, holding Anya Washington to 6 points.
.2:15 to go. Sanaya Washington with the ball on the left elbow. Kicks it across to Murphy. Kylie Murphy of MAST Charter, that is. Here's Birchmore on the wing. 17-footer for the junior guard is no good. Rebound Ava Vages for Wildwood Catholic. And Kimmy Casiello will bring it up across the division line. She drives, kicks. Jumper on the way by Reagan Flickinger, no good. Rebound goes off of Wildwood Catholic and out of bounds. Grace Murphy and Carly Murphy, the 2 sisters, will check into the game. And Ava Vages and Ella McCabe go out. Some deeper subs in. Lauren Sweeney, a freshman for MAST Community Charter. She's in.
And the 2 sophomores.
Along with Maya Edwards, a freshman.
Vages and McCabe, as Brian said, check out and will go to the bench.
Flickinger, a foul on the dribbler. And it's going to be a 1-and-1 here for, I believe, Maya Edwards.
And that is the 7th team foul.
Buddy, 1:43 to go in the fourth quarter. And MAST Community Charter has not scored in this period. 1-and-1 is good. This is a good free throw shooting team.
Number 42, Maya Edwards.
They are 9 for 11 from the line now.
And there's Maya Edwards, Brian, another freshman.
Second one's also good.
Nothing but net on both of her free throws. So Coach Edwin Vasquez has got some really good young talent coming up through the ranks.
1:30 to go. Here's Casiello. Goes right side to Bowman. Bowman drives baseline, goes to the right elbow, and Carly Murphy knocks it down. She's got 4, her second field goal. Catholic again by 19, matches its largest lead. 1:10 to go. High post pass to Fitzsimmons. Right wing 3 is no good by Murphy of MAST Charter. Flickinger going the other way. She misses a shot. Rebound brought down by Lauren Sweeney. Comes across the division line with 53 seconds to go. Driving, losing the basketball was Kylie Murphy. Here's Wildwood Catholic running. Good pass from Casiello to Flickinger. Her layup is good. It's her first field goal. And it's Wildwood Catholic now by 21 as they have really pulled away in this fourth quarter. Again, in the third quarter at one point, Crusaders led by just 26-21, and now it's 47-26. And we have a turnover here. Grace Murphy with the steal. Now it's Kylie Murphy bringing it up the right side. Goes back to Kimmy Casiello. 15 seconds to go, and it looks like Wildwood Catholic will just hold the basketball, and they'll win this one 47-26. We're going to take a 1-minute timeout. We'll come back and wrap this one up on 106.3 The Shore.
27-26, Wildwood Catholic